My little patch of garden here is reflective of my life. There's always something to be done. Maybe yours too, your garden and your life. Well, today in the garden, I've got some cleanup yet from the rain we had the other day, some repair work from the winds on the netting, and let's see, what else do I have in the garden to do? Yeah, not even. Let's see. Sometimes you gotta have a do-over, right? Let's see. So in the garden, I'm doing a few of the cleanup things, and I want to fix some more of the siennas. They're doing a full life cycle over there in the front garden. It's beautiful. The bees and the hummingbirds, and even saw a butterfly the other day. Maybe I'll find one today. They're enjoying it almost as much as I am, maybe a little more. They do spend more time outside than I have. I'm one of those overly sensitive types. I like the weather between 65 and 75. Fortunately, here on the Central Coast, it falls between that most of the time. Let's see, what else am I doing in the garden? Oh, so it's a full cycle on the zinnias, and I want to do some picking of the seed heads so I can store those as energy and kind of like my hopes and dreams for the coming season of spring. But they'll have to overwinter, and so will I. It will fall below that 65 to 75 degree ideal perfect, but I'll survive. Got some baby greens I picked up at the farmer's market to put into my tub on the back 40 there, so I can harvest those for salads or smoothies. Depends on what they look like. They also had some more of one of my favorites. I love geraniums. They had some bright pink ones, so maybe I can get them into a pot to overwinter here in this mild climate. Fortunately, I don't have to worry about freezing, although from what some of the old timers have told me, it does get to freezing here. I was talking to one lady, she's 98, old timer. It's kind of nice to be able to be the spring chicken on the block. But anyways, she was telling me about getting snow just up the road a piece in the hills. So I guess it does happen. Hopefully not on my watch. Let's see. I think I've got a couple of overlooked pots that need to get flipped over to get the water drained out, and the pot's drying. Might even remove all the under saucers because I don't think we need them anymore. They don't need to pull water up. They just need to not have it so saturating their roots anymore. So yeah, a few things to do here in the garden today. Always something. It's not a perfect braids today, but they're almost done. A few more twists and turns. I guess there's a metaphor for life there too, all the twists and turns. All right, here we go. I like the lighting of fall. Fall holds some real special arc to the sun, deep enriching lighting. It seems to saturate all the colors. Maybe that's why it's one of my favorite seasons. My chaos garden is definitely reflecting back a lot of chaos today. The bird bath has gotten a little bit grungy looking, so I'll need to hose it down. The zinnias definitely need to be deadheaded, and there's some volunteers in the garden. That's kind of fun. I must have been the bird poop, because all of a sudden there's a tomato plant that I did not put in there growing. It's got some cherry tomatoes almost ripe for picking. You might get enough sun between now and the time they're ripe to bring them to harvest. If not, they'll be fertilizer for the yard. There's always point and purpose to things in Mother Nature. Each of these flowers, they tell a story of beginning and blooming, rest, peeking out, conserving energy, production, hopes for the next seasons. Now, even these messy spots here, the ones that aren't pretty and attractive looking, they hold purpose, they hold meaning. In their own little way, they're quite beautiful. Some things in this garden thrived and some things didn't. Some things have been spectacular, some things quiet. Saving these seeds and the knowledge we learned from the garden growth this past season, they shape the next season and the following one. I'm getting better at jotting down my notes from the garden. These vlogs have helped out tremendously. But even the areas that didn't thrive, even the things that didn't work, even the overwhelm from the oleander, the diabolical oleander, they've all been lessons to carry forward. Anyways, I'm saving these seeds, the literal ones and the figurative ones that I've manifested over this past year plus living here. It's a lot like us. We carry forward these lessons, and not just the pretty parts. It's all good. It's all groovy. The storms did a number on things, but this season is the season for gentle repair. We get to walk around the garden and make notes of what's working, what's not working, some fine-tuned adjustments now, tuck away some ideas for some fine-tuned adjustments later. Not everything needs a complete and overhaul and a top to bottom redo. Sometimes just a straightening up, a loosening of a clothespin, pinning an idea. Gardening holds the circle, the ethics circle from permaculture that I feel grounded to so much. The people care. My garden's fed me, and I've shared with some of my neighbors, and likewise they've shared with me from their gardens. Earth care. Well, I'm restoring this land as best I can. I've got some earthworms habitating inside some of these totes that they've migrated. They've definitely migrated into the underbelly of the compost bin. It just sits on the bare earth, so I'd bet my last dollar there's quite a handful of earthworms up underneath there and inside there when it's not too hot. Finding room for these little pack of greens. They'll be fun to chomp down on and enjoy in the coming weeks. This garden has definitely nourished me over this past year. Not just with the food nutrition, but mental health and well-being nutrition as well. I try to be mindful and don't mind sharing. So I try to stick to my fair share. Earth care, people care, fair share. I share with the birds and the bees and the hummers. I make sugar water. The migratory ones appreciate it and I go through it faster, so I have to stay on top of it and really pay attention. You know, change isn't loss, it's just a transition. Save what matters. Mend what needs fixing. Plant something new. Most importantly, stay groovy, y'all.